Good afternoon, everyone. I'd like to take this opportunity to welcome everyone to the House Economic Matters Committee. Today is Wednesday, March 24th. We have 4 Senate departmental bills before us. We will take them in order: Senate Bill 320, Senate Bill 181, Senate Bill 219, Senate Bill 251, and lastly, Senate Bill 281. So without further ado, we will ask Michael Higgs from SDAT to come forward with Senate Bill, or do I have the right one? I'm off to a great start here.
Want to do Senate Bill 320?
Let's do Senate
Yes,
Bill
320.
320.
Sounds great. Thank you, Chairman Davis and members of the committee. For the record, my name is Michael Higgs, and I'm the Director of the Maryland State Department of Assessments and Taxation. We're here to talk about Senate Bill 320, which allows foreign, as in non-Maryland, corporations to designate SDAT as its resident agent. Currently, SDAT can serve as a resident agent for all non-foreign, or for all foreign, which is non-Maryland entities, except for foreign corporations. Foreign corporations are the only foreign entity that is excluded from this designation at present, and they have to hire outside firms to act as their resident agent to conduct business in the state of Maryland. Without any reasonable basis to exclude foreign corporations from this provision, it is therefore considered discriminatory. So we're asking that the proposed limitation or legislation be passed to create parity among foreign, which again is non-Maryland, business entities, and make it easier to do business in Maryland. This bill passed unanimously in the Senate, and we're asking you to support it here. I'm happy to answer any questions.
Are there any questions for Mr. Higgs? He's the only witness.
One question, Mr. Chair.
Delegate Brooks.
Yeah, Mr. Higgs, is there a fee for being a resident agent for a foreign corporation?
No, sir.
Okay, good enough. Thanks. Thanks, Mr. Chair.
That concludes the bill hearings for Senate Bill 320. Now let's go to Senate Bill 181, also Mr. Higgs.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Again, for the record, my name is Michael Higgs from the Department of Assessments and Taxation. Senate Bill 181 requires that a trade name certification be associated with an existing registered business that is in good standing, which codifies into law the department's current practice. This problem was highlighted during last year's Paycheck Protection Program, or PPP, loan filing periods, where in order to receive funding, filers had to be in good standing with SDAT. Some companies, however, prior to the current administration, only registered a trade name and didn't actually register the business itself with SDAT. Passage of this bill will bring clarity to the law and current SDAT policy and would not increase costs for any business. This bill passed unanimously in the Senate, and we respectfully request that you support Senate Bill 181.
Any questions? Seeing none, that concludes our hearing on Senate Bill 181. Let's go now to Antonio Salazar for Senate Bill 219.
Good afternoon, Chair Davis. Thank you very much. Vice Chair Dumais, distinguished committee members, for the record, my name is Tony Salazar. I'm the Commissioner of Financial Regulation. I'm here to present Senate Bill 219 and to request a favorable committee report. Senate Bill 219 is in virtually the same form as the bill that passed the full Senate last year, and also this committee. It had stakeholder concurrence and industry concurrence as well. The bill made it to third reader, but it failed to pass the House due to the COVID-19 truncated session. So we're bringing the issue up again, as you know, it passed the Senate because the law really needs to be updated. And Senate Bill 219 takes a big step in modernizing Maryland's dated money transmission laws. Real briefly, the law updates the transmission definitions so that we're more in harmony with other state and federal regulators. It lowers certain fees. It eliminates certain mandatory license cancellations like we did with the mortgage law. It increases remittance times. It requires the use of the NMLS reporting system so that Maryland joins the rest of the states and we're able to take advantage of the national reporting that companies do. And it generally makes it easier for our office to carry out its regulatory obligations while putting information out there for consumers electronically. Fiscally, we anticipate that beginning in fiscal year 23, revenues will decrease by approximately $68,000 due to the change in the licensing structure that permits the licensing of an ancillary branch and an automated kiosk at 1,500 that are down from 2,000 currently for any branch regardless of its size. So with that, I would request a favorable committee report. I'm happy to answer any questions that anyone on the committee may have.
Are there any questions? Delegate Shi?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Just, I don't have a specific question, but I just want to make a quick remark with regard to working with the administration. I appreciate the department's effort to make things easier for our business community, and that's all I want to say.
That concludes our hearing on Senate Bill 251. Mr. Salazar, can we do Senate Bill 251?
Yes.
Did 219, and now we're on 251?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, very good. Thank you again, Chair Davis. Appreciate the opportunity here to present the bill. This is Senate Bill 251 for the committee. This bill is the modernization of the non-depository licensing requirements. And basically, what Senate Bill 251 does is it eliminates the requirement that non-depository, which basically means non-banks, non-credit unions, hold and maintain paper licenses. So right now, our licensees are required to register through the NMLS, the Nationwide Multi-State Licensing System, for which they receive a unique number, identification number. But then once that happens, they're required to come to our office to also get a paper license. So what this bill does is it lets Maryland leverage its investment in the NMLS, as has been supported by the General Assembly, so that we can save the commissioner's office's time and money, and also provide the licensees an easier path to licensing so they don't have to maintain the paper licenses. And it provides consumers with a modern access to their licenses. So it'll be an electronic tool that can be used. And if it's passed, a licensee's NMLS ID number will be their license number, and it'll be a more efficient process. Other local jurisdictions such as Pennsylvania, Virginia, Delaware, and the District of Columbia have eliminated or provided exemptions to those non-depository licensees, so they don't have to maintain paper licenses. And we believe it's the way to go. In terms of fiscal impact, we expect a decrease in expenses as our office will no longer be required to process and issue the physical or paper licenses. And that'll be attributable to staff efficiencies and less expenditures. So with that, I'm happy to answer any questions and would request a favorable report on our bill. Thank you.
Any questions on Senate Bill 251? Seeing none, that concludes our hearing. Final bill, Senate Bill 281.
Thank you again, Chairman and Vice Chair Dumais, distinguished members of the committee. My name is Tony Salazar. I'm here to present Senate Bill 281, which is a simple bill. It's a sunset extension for my office so that we can continue in existence until July 1, 2032 for another 10 years. So I will, this comes up regularly. Many of you know about our office. I'll make it very brief. I do want to just say that, I'm very proud of the office. It's done a great job supporting Maryland consumers. We are a well-respected and hardworking regulator that's accredited, and I think we're very effective in protecting Marylanders and maintaining the integrity of the financial services industry. There should be letters of support in the files, and I'm happy to provide any other information or answer any questions, but I would ask for a favorable committee report on this bill as well.
Any questions? Delegate Walker?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Just briefly, this is a sunset. What are we sunsetting that we're doing for the financial services industry?
The Office of the Commissioner of Financial Regulation is the agency we want to continue for another 10 years.
Okay, what have been some of the things that have made it effective? When we look at a sunset, we're talking about the finance service, and what are some of the things you're looking at, some of the issues that they've tackled before where I get a sense that this is an important agency?
Sure. Well, last year, all 50 state regulators entered into a settlement with one of the largest mortgage companies in the country, Nation Star Mortgage Company. That investigation and that settlement was negotiated and in a significant part led by our office. I was just in front of the Appropriations Committee, and I explained to them that the Collection Agency Licensing Board, which is in our office, recently entered into a settlement with one of the largest collection agencies regarding the collection of purchased debt that was a first in its nation. So we are very active on the mortgage front. We're at the forefront in many cases in that area. We regulate the banking institutions. So far, we've had a very good relationship with them. We've managed to work with the governor's office in terms of issuing his executive orders on the foreclosure moratorium, on the prohibition on garnishment against paycheck protection or the ARP benefit payments. So we've been very active in our consumer protection role.
Who's the head of the department?
We are under Secretary of Labor. I'm the head of the Commissioner of Financial Regulation.
You're the head of, okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. Sorry, I thought under the mortgage crisis, I thought a lot of that was coming through the Attorney General's office. Like they join the lawsuits, and
a lot of that was covered under our office. With Commissioner Raskin, I believe she was in for a large part of that time period. Our office prosecuted a number of cases, lending cases. We're in the process of doing that right now. Out-of-state lenders that come in and try to charge excessive rates and fees and don't follow the law. Now, we work closely with the Consumer Protection Division, so make no mistake about that. And we have overlapping jurisdiction, but our office is the office that charters companies, mortgage companies. They need licenses from our offices. Banks need licenses and charters from our office. And so we regulate them. The Attorney General enforces the consumer protection piece, and there's an overlap in that regard. We're a prudential regulator.
thank you.
Thank you.
Anyone else? If not, that concludes our hearing on Senate Bill 281. That concludes the bill hearings for the day. Guys, we got finished a little bit sooner than I anticipated. And we announced the voting session for 2 o'clock. So instead of a 5-minute break, you have a 15-minute break. But you should have the link now. So at 2 o'clock promptly, let's click back on and we'll get to it so we can get through it. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.